Result 9 concentrates on the interface between government and business, so that business itself can spend less time with government and more time focusing on meeting the needs of its customers. There are several 100,000 small and medium businesses in New Zealand. If we can simplify the interface with government, we can make a real difference that's absolutely consistent with our purpose, which is to grow New Zealand for all.
At Label and Litho, our focus is on printing labels, and that's what I want to be focused on doing. Compliance is a necessary evil. It has to happen, but it needs to be easy. And what I'm finding is as the years go by, it is getting easier and easier. What's really good is I'm realising how much is out there if you ask the question. New Zealand Trade and Enterprise are there to help you. There are so many things there, you just have to ask and you'll get the assistance that you need. I can focus on my business, I can grow it, and that's what it's all about.
Inland Revenue is really focused on understanding that from a business point of view, people want to spend their time on their business, not their time on their tax. So we try to make it easy for people to do business with us. We've been doing that by introducing a whole range of new services, from our digital services, our online services, through to our seminars and our support for new businesses. So a number of our staff spend time out with business. They talk to business every day. We provide seminars to business that help us understand what issues businesses are really facing as they set up and as they deal with us over time. All of that insight helps us then think about what services we can develop and how we can improve to make it easier for businesses to do business with us.
ZenDesign is a young and successful company that's funded on the principle that we use the latest technology to help people engage more with companies and to help companies provide more of a seamless experience between online and offline. So naturally, as a Gen Y company, we expect that this is the new norm, and we expect e-government services to be the same, to be engaging and to be seamless. And from the services that we have received from e-government, such as IRD and NZTE, that have certainly been the case.
NZTE needed to get closer to its customers and to understand how the customers are experiencing our services. First of all, we have to understand what the customer needs now, and that requires a lot of surveying and research, but most importantly, deep insight work, visiting customers both in New Zealand and internationally. But as Henry Ford said, if I listened to my customers, I would have designed a faster horse. So you're also trying to get insights that tell you where the customers are going. That's even harder. And so it was really understanding the minutiae of that customer experience and bit by bit cleaning it up so it was a much better, simpler, less bureaucratic experience for the customer.
Private and public sector are very motivated to reduce costs of compliance. So for us, it's great business. So we're happy to invest in working alongside government departments to kind of get the data ready to push into them. And this has a massive benefit. So we think compliance just becomes a byproduct of great software. I think one of the key things for government to understand is they should be building web services, not websites. Each website that a government department builds creates a compliance silo that businesses have to know it's there, have to know how to work with it. What we're seeing in the cloud is the data is already existing, so as government departments unlock their services and make them available through web services, the private sector can then connect to those services. So what we're doing is effectively driving compliance down to absolutely nothing. I think what's really cool is we could be the place where other countries look to see best practice in terms of business working alongside government.
We've got two main targets for Result 9. One is to reduce the cost for business of doing their interactions with government by 25% by 2017, and we'll measure that through time, particularly measuring the amount of effort required of business to meet government's various needs. And the second is to look to ensure that the quality of service that we provide is comparable with the best private sector comparator organisations. For MB, we've got many things for which we are responsible. None is more important than this.